Welcome back. Today on Dialed In DIY, I have an amazing way to help you with your smartphone to save time, battery life, and maybe even impress some of your friends. We're going to take advantage of a technology that's already built into most smartphones and make it work for us. We'll be able to run multiple steps, actions, and activities with a single tap of the phone to an object like a business card. Check it out. All I had to do was tap this phone to the business card and it opened up my YouTube site. As long as I'm here, I might as well go ahead and open up one of my videos. It sounds okay through my phone speakers, but let's take it a step further and make it pump. I'm going to go ahead and tap my phone to the back of this Bluetooth speaker, and it's going to automatically connect my phone to the Bluetooth, and it'll start playing as soon as I hit play again. Now that's much better. Normally I'd have to go into my phone settings, set up the Bluetooth, configure it to the speaker, then go back and find the website that I want to play and start it going, and then make sure I have the volume right. Now I've simplified that with one tap of my phone to the back of the speaker. And best of all, I can do these two little tricks and a whole lot more simply with picking up a few of these little NFC tags. I got mine from Amazon and then downloaded an app for free from the Google Play Store. Guess what? It's easy to do, easy to figure out, and if you stick with me, I'll show you how. I have found that this application, Trigger, is actually quite easy to use and very user-friendly. All you have to do to get started is go into your phone settings and find where it says NFC. That stands for Near Field Communications. You want to turn that on. Now you're ready to go. You may already know this, but when your Bluetooth and Wi-Fi are on, they're constantly searching for something to connect to, and it uses a lot of power. So I like to turn mine off when I'm not using them, but you have to go into the settings to do that. But this is an easy way to do it with one simple step. Open up your application, click the green plus button, select NFC on the Add Trigger page, and then we're just going to click through the next two steps, which are the Configure tab, and you're going to hit Done on the Restrictions tab. You can go back and add restrictions later if you want. You can always come back and re-watch these first few steps because we're going to use the exact same steps with each of the examples we go through today. In the Action tab, we're going to click into the Wi-Fi on-off and the Bluetooth on-off. We're going to disable Wi-Fi and then enable Bluetooth when we get to the Configure Actions portion. It's also a great idea to change the task number to a name that explains what's taking place when you run the task. I'll explain more about that in a minute. For now, hit Done, and it's going to start to search for a tag to program. All you have to do is set your phone on the tag, and in just a couple seconds, it's done. The name I entered here was Enter Car, and that's because I have this in my car and use it every time I leave the house. Now to test it out, all you have to do is take a quick look at your settings, see how things are configured now, then just tap your phone to your new tag. You'll notice at the top, it tells you what tag just ran. That's why it's good to have a good name for it, because you'll know exactly what it's doing. I go back and look at the settings again. It worked. It did exactly what I wanted. So I'm going to peel off the back of the sticker and put it over the little mirror compartment on the visor of my car. All I have to do is turn on my phone and hold it to the visor, and everything you see on the screen happens at once. When I come home, I want to reverse the process, and depending upon where you want the tag, you can just create a new one and start the same way we did with the first tag. Except this time, we're going to get in and disable the Bluetooth and enable the Wi-Fi. I called this particular task Come Home because that way when I see it at the top of my screen, I know exactly what took place. The cool thing is here, I can put this by the front door and everyone can use it, or I can do what I did and put it in my car so that every time I pull into the driveway, all I have to do is turn on my phone and hold it up to the little glasses holder at the top, and I'm immediately connected to Wi-Fi at home and my Bluetooth is off. Ever been somewhere where you were supposed to be quiet and paying attention and all of a sudden have your phone burst out a loud noise? Ooh, it can be embarrassing. But we can configure a way to turn everything off and silence the phone all in one little tap. So here we're doing the same two Bluetooth Wi-Fi setups and then went into the sound and volume actions and checked everything that we want to affect. Click Next and you get these cool little slider bars. You can choose whether you want a little bit of volume or none at all. You can call this whatever you want, at work, in school, at a class, in a meeting, on a date, whatever you want, whatever it makes sense, and you're going to remember to use it. Then go ahead and program it and test it like we did the last couple of times. I put mine right next to my keyboard tray so that a quick tap on my way out to a meeting and everything on my phone goes silent, just the way I need it to avoid potentially getting embarrassed. Hey, do you have any routine tasks that you normally time? Hey, create a timer for it. Go ahead and configure the actions, set the duration, give it a good name, and program it, and you'll be ready to go. I happen to use mine for making coffee. All I have to do is tap the tag, timer goes off. At the end of the timer, an alarm goes off, and I know I'm done. Get creative and you may find some really cool ways to use this for games, cooking, and much, much more. You want to make a tag that could be fun for multiple people to use? How about connecting it to a website? Pretty easy to set up. Go to the Applications and Shortcuts. Select Open a URL from the application shortcut, and then when you get to the configuration screen, you can go ahead and either paste in the URL or type it out. After you've clicked through that process, go ahead and give it a new name. I called this one OpenDID YouTube. That's my website. After it was programmed, I stuck this on the back of the business card that you saw at the beginning of the video. But this same kind of a tag can also be great for invitations, flyers, announcements, and so much more. All you have to do is get a little creative. You will also recall in the opening example, I connected directly to a Bluetooth speaker, so I wanted to show you how to do that as well. In this particular case, I had it turn my Bluetooth on and connect specifically to a device which is my SoundKick speaker. Actually, on the front of the speaker it says SoundFreak, but SoundKick is how it's identified in Bluetooth. So then all I really have to do once I'm done is tap my phone or anyone's NFC enabled phone to the back of the speaker, and it will automatically connect to this particular speaker and play whatever audio they have rolling. What you've seen here is truly just the beginning of what you can do with NFC, because there's actually more than 12 action categories you can choose from the Trigger app alone. You have much more you can think about, including these examples I show you here. The cool thing is you can experiment all you want and use Trigger to continue to set up multiple stacked actions to happen all with one simple little tap. Thank you for watching. Please press like and then subscribe. There will be more dialed in DIY to come.